Okay, I'm going to go on a little diatribe here today. For those of you who haven't already been made aware by watching my previous blogs, I am a huge Star Trek fan. Yes, I am an uber geek, and I watch all the series. Wasn't very impressed by Voyager, but just about everything else. And actually, I was for the first couple of seasons of Voyager, but anyway. Um, so yeah, I'm a huge Star Trek fan. My brother got me the animated series from the early 1970s on DVD for Christmas, which was very nice of him. Um, not something I would expect to get from my brother. I usually expect to get something. I don't know. I really don't expect to get anything from my brother. But anyway, so yeah, I'm a huge Star Trek fan, and um, I've really been disappointed by what I've seen out of the Star Trek universe the last couple of years. I really liked Enterprise. I know a lot of Trekkies didn't, and but I really did. Right up until they did that whole 2-year-long Xindi thing, where they go on the search for the ultimate world-killing WMD. A little bit too far for me. Plus the whole expanse thing, where the universe is changing because of these little spheres. Anyway. I didn't like that whole thing. I stayed with it, but it was getting pretty obnoxious. But it should have been like a 6-episode stretch instead of 30. But anyway, so yeah, I really did enjoy Enterprise, and I really did enjoy Deep Space Nine and the first couple years of Voyager and Next Generation and the original series and the animated series and all the movies. Until Nemesis, anyway. So my question to the folks at Star Trek is, how do you create one of the best-known, most widely beloved series of anything out there with a 40-year history and have so many people abandon it? And there's a very simple, easy answer to it, and that's that it's becoming crap. The Enterprise, like I said, the whole Xindi thing, the Nemesis, and even Insurrection were just terrible films. First Contact was really good. Generations was okay. The first 6, the only one that anybody really doesn't like was Star Trek V, and, well, of course nobody's going to like that. William Shatner directed it, and wrote it. Anyway. So yeah, but the stuff coming out today is real crap. It really is. I've been reading up on the new Star Trek thing, the new Star Trek movie. Apparently, J.J. Abrams is supposed to be directing and co-writing it, and apparently he's co-writing it with the same people he co-wrote Mission Impossible 3 with. I never saw Mission Impossible 3 because I saw the previews and went, "Oh, good God, this is gonna suck." And from what I've heard, it really does. Anyway, and apparently I've heard rumors that Matt Damon is going to play Captain Kirk. Are you kidding? Matt Damon? Okay, he was great in The Bourne Identity, but Matt Damon is Captain Kirk? I'm sorry, I just don't buy it. I'd rather see Fred Savage play Captain Kirk. And he did in one episode of The Wonder Years. But anyway, so yeah, oh yeah, and it's supposed to be Captain Kirk and Mr. Spock meeting up as cadets at Starfleet Academy, which everybody knows, everybody who's big into Star Trek like me, knows that Captain Kirk and Spock didn't meet until the captain became captain of the Enterprise, and everybody knows that they did not go to the Academy together because Spock is much older than Kirk, and yeah, I think pretty much everybody can say that this is a really bad idea, and it's going to turn off a lot more fans. If that's the premise, I'm not going to go see it. It'll be the first Star Trek movie since Star Trek 3, when I was far too young to be going to such films in the theater. So the first movie since Star Trek 3 that I'll have not seen in the theater. I've seen Star Trek 4, 5, and 6, and Genesis, First Contact, Insurrection, and yes, unfortunately, Nemesis. in theaters. I've seen every single one since Star Trek 4 in the theater. If this movie is the god-awful premise that they're saying, then I ain't gonna go see it. Sorry, not gonna happen. So, yeah, now that I've completely turned off even more people, I got 8 people on my last video blog. So yeah, whoever the people who are currently in charge of Star Trek are, fire them, get rid of them, cancel the current project, wait a couple years, do something good. Pardon me, because that's the only way you're going to get us to go back to the series. It's not that the Star Trek series is suffering from fatigue. It's that it's suffering from incredibly bad management. There's something called the 80-20 principle, and I'm not talking 80% of your profits come from 20% of your customers. The 80-20 principle says that 80% of your problems are caused by management. That's you, Rick Berman. And 20% of your problems are caused by the people on the line or your customers. And I would say that 80% of Star Trek's problems are from Viacom or Paramount or whatever it is now. Pardon me, I've been sick. That's why I haven't made a blog. 80% of the problems are from the people there, and you know, they've just sort of forgotten about the magic and the mysticism of Star Trek, and the you know, they've sort of basically told the fans that yeah, all that stuff about Gene Roddenberry keeping continuity and all that, we're throwing it out the window, and screw you if you don't like it. Which is, of course, the dumbest thing you can do to a customer. Tell them that we know you like it this way, but we're going to do it this way instead. So, now that I've gone on for 7 minutes about Star Trek and probably killed off the last 8 fans I've got, see ya.